All right. It's Tuesday. It's a walk and talk. Let me turn this light on. All right. Stressed right now, to be honest with you. Trying to finish this book by the end of the month and also having it ready. So here's the thing. Like most publishers, they want to see the first 50 pages. No problem. I've had the first 50 pages already back from beta readers. I threw it through past my editor. She did a run through of it. And the first 100 pages, because they want them double spaced. I'm giving it to beta readers and an editor, single space. So really the first 100 double spaced pages are done. Okay? That's like the first 10 chapters. It's about a quarter of the book has already been edited. I've gone through it. I went through it again on Sunday. I also wrote a lot. I wrote like 4,000 words yesterday. I've written a couple thousand today already. I am about halfway done with the book now. And I'm a pantser. So there is no outline. But I have informally started an outline, knowing, say, the next 7 or 8 chapters, what they will entail. I also have on a scrap of paper on my desk the final outcomes at this point for each character, okay? Major and minor. And I realize, probably in the next couple of days, the smart move would be to start writing the synopsis up of what I have so far. Okay? Because that'll be one of the other things that this publisher will need from me, is a complete synopsis of the book. And a synopsis not like, and then guess what happens at the end, that kind of thing. No. They want to know what happens at the end. So I need to know what happens in the end. My goal is to finish this first draft. Okay? By the end of the month, I've been going back and reading over the chapters I just wrote the day before. I spend part of my morning doing that and kind of doing some editing, handing off 3-4 chapters a day or more to the beta readers, to my wife, who is like my first reader on stuff and catches a lot of the stuff, because she's a reader, she's not a writer. And tweaking some ideas. So far there's been nothing major of like, hey, you really screwed this up. This character is already dead. Why is this character moved to Arizona? Why is he in the book? That kind of stuff. So, for me, this is a challenge because I'm literally going to be writing like 60,000 words in like 3 weeks. I haven't written like this in a long time. I'm old. 15 years ago when I started writing full time, I could knock these out like crazy. I was knocking out 40,000 word books for the, for the movie company in like 2 weeks. Piece of cake. 20,000 words a week, piece of cake. Now, so I'm going to get it done. I'm going to finish it. And the hope is, last day of the month, I send them everything they need, which is only the first, again, 50 pages. And then I can go back and tweak the last couple of parts. Because I feel like the 31st, I'll still be writing the last couple of chapters. And then, while the publisher is looking at them, kind of cheating a little bit, I will have beta readers and an editor look at it and get it as polished as possible, knowing it's a rush job. A little stressed about that part. Stressed about getting all this writing in. Stressed about life getting in the way. I guess the only, good is my wife is busy. So she'll go to Atlanta's, just a singular, Atlanta, for a couple days for work. She might babysit her cousin's kids one night, every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday. She's either at work or she's at her mom's at work. So I have a lot of free time. Like today, it's Tuesday. She won't be home till after 10 o'clock tonight. I have an online thing tonight for a book. A book that's coming out for an author. I'll hang out on that for about an hour. But otherwise, I just have to keep writing. 4,000 words yesterday was nice. Like I said, I broke 2,000 so far today. This is the focus. This is the only focus. I had a salad again for lunch. 3 days in a row I've had a salad. So I'll have to have a heartier dinner or I'm going to fade. I'm already kind of feeling the fade. But, yeah. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. Every other cliche you can think of. I know I'll do it. I know I'll hit the deadline. And here's the thing. They might turn around a week into September and go, yeah, this book isn't for us. Not a problem. I will take this book and I will take the last book and I will try to find an agent for both of these books. So I will have a synopsis already for this one, so I'm not too worried about it. And I have 2 more novels that I've kind of started, I'm playing around with. So I will just jump into one of those. And a bunch of short stories. So I'm trying not to stress that I've done all this work this month, and ideally the book will be rejected. It's not a good attitude to have. But I feel like anything I write is going to be rejected, and I'm always surprised when they take them. You know, I was really surprised 10 years ago now when Dirty Deeds was picked up for a Kindle Scout contract, because I wrote that book pretty fast, wanting to get it in before the deadline, and I did. And so I'm happy I have deadlines, you know. A lot of new writers, when they start, they don't have a deadline. They're just writing for themselves, which is great. No pressure. You know, don't take 10, 15 years to write that book, because if you find a publisher, they're going to go, hey, okay, so we want another book from you in 12 months. And then what are you going to do? Go, nah, I'll talk to you in 12 years. That's not going to work. So my goal also is to find an agent and them to try to sell either of these books if I don't get this deal. And then basically be like, hey, what else you got? And I can say, well, I finished this next book, and I'm working on this next book, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the deal. My ankle's hurting right now. So we're gonna turn that light off. We're gonna go sit down. and relax. Thank you for watching all my videos. Thank you for watching 30 seconds or more of the advertising. And just thank you for the support. Let me know if you think I can do it or not.